we welcome you to our virtual Veterans Day program. We hope to honor and thank each and every veteran for their service. We will begin with Ethan Byerly and Sharon Pritchard reciting the Pledge of Allegiance as we honor America and continue with the national anthem. Please stand and join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Known but to God. In 1912, an American soldier, his name known but to God, was buried on a Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River and the city of Washington, D.C. The burial site of this unknown World War I soldier in Arlington National Cemetery symbolized dignity and reverence for America's veterans. Similar ceremonies occurred in earlier England and France, where an unknown soldier of the Great War was buried in each nation's highest place of honor, in England, Westminster Abbey, in France. These memorial gestures all took place on November 11th, giving universal recognition to the celebrated ending of World War I hostilities at 11 a.m., November 11, 1918, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The day became known as Armistice Day. As we pay tribute to America's living veterans, we would like to take a moment of respect for those who gave their lives for their country. Please join me in a moment of respect as Mr. Santana, Hamlin Collegiate Band Director, plays taps.
Mr. Jonathan Hood served in the U.S. Navy from June 2006 to November 2012. He spent time in Great Lake, Illinois during his boot camp. He attended A School, Power School, and hands-on training in Charleston, South Carolina for 18 months. 3 months of his time he spent in welding school in Grayton, Connecticut. He was stationed aboard the USS Wyoming, SSBN's 742 ballistic missile submarine. He is a nuclear trained machinist made first-class rank. Mr. Hood.
So I was part of the U.S. Navy for about 6.5 years. I was what we call the machinist mate, which basically is a mechanic, and I was qualified into a nuclear specialization, which I worked on the steam plant for nuclear reactors on submarines. I worked on that I went to school for about 18 months, and then I worked on a submarine for about 5 years before I got out of the military. I actually come from a long line of veterans. My grandfather was actually drafted into the Navy in World War II. He served for a few years back at the end of World War II. My brother-in-law and father-in-law were both in the Air Force. I have a cousin that was a pretty high-ranking enlisted person in the Marines. He was a gunnery sergeant. And then my younger brother, was actually in the Army. So we have a lot of veterans in our family. To me, being a veteran is something that not everybody can say, not everybody can admit to, because if you look, most people, even if they have served, a lot of them don't own up to it because of the rap that the military is getting nowadays. And I'll be the first to tell you that the quality of people they're letting in is not really great, but to me, serving was a lot higher calling than having to put up with the people. It was an opportunity to serve your country, an opportunity to fight for what you believe in and fight for what you know is right. And to me, that's kind of what it means to be a veteran. It's something that should be bragged about, something that should be owned up to, not something that should be denied. And if any of you get the chance, or if any of you would like more information about the military or any kind of service, feel free to come and talk to me later, and I will be glad to fill you in on anything that I know.
Thank you for joining us today. Once again, thank you to all our veterans. Your service and dedication to our country are greatly appreciated.